What is up, you guys? It is Addict Lego Figs, and today I'll be discussing three of my custom Lego figures, and they are Victor Zsasz, Jervis Tetch, and Arnold Wesker, aka Mr. Zsasz, Mad Hatter, and the Ventriloquist and Scarface. So let's begin. With the first one, Victor Zsasz. Okay, so this one, this took a bit of time. And the reason why was I wanted, I don't have any skin tone, or at least, skin tone torsos. So it was really difficult for me to like, I just couldn't really figure out how I would do this figure, due to the lack of materials I have. So I was like, you know what, I'll just give him this prison jumpsuit, and then just make it sleeveless. And then for the arms, and that was pretty much it. I used this orange hoodie piece, and I think it works really well, so that's good. And then for the arms, I just basically used a wire cutter, and I was really careful on how I would do it, and I just cut into the arms, very delicately, and then I used this red Sharpie, and just carefully like drew in the lines so that it looked like they were like real scars. And I also did that with the face. Actually, this head used to be my Boba Fett figure's head, from The Mandalorian, but then I was like, I felt like that figure wasn't so great, so I just cut more scars into the head. So like, yeah. And so yeah, it's a pretty basic figure. Yeah, there's just a few tally marks. I just tried to make the scars look like tally marks. It was quite difficult, but I feel like it was successful overall. I love this figure. This is one of my favorite figures I've made. So yeah, that is Victor Zsasz. Next up we have, the Mad Hatter, Jervis Tetch. Okay, so this guy was, I wouldn't say I'd say somewhat difficult to make. When I moved recently, and before I moved, I made a Mad Hatter. But I lost the figure and a good amount of the pieces with the figure. It just got lost, and then eventually I found him in one of my boxes, and the jacket I made was ripped up. The hat didn't look so great anymore, and the card, just smeared off and everything. So it just looked bad. And I used one of those leprechaun hats, and I drew like a bunch of darker green shading on it. I think it looked really good, but it inevitably just died. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna redo this figure. I love the character of Jervis Tetch in the comics, so I just thought, why not? And let's just start with the hat. The hat's pretty simple. I just used some cue card paper, cut it into like a small rectangle, and just wrote the 10-6 card. And it is one of the penguin hats from the Lego Batman movie. They don't sell this hat for penguin anymore. I don't get why. They use that really crappy one. And then the figure. So the figure I wanted to look like the Arkham games. So I kind of used like really thin brown Sharpie to make like stringy hair. I gave him some like stubble. You can't really see it. Hold on. You might be able to see. I gave him some stubble, and then I made his pupils green. Cause hey, why not? It looks kind of cool. It looks like he's kind of messed up in the head. And then I used, so this is some advice I gotta give everyone here. If you want your Lego figures to have cuffs, I recommend using Lego trees. And so I cut pieces off Lego trees, and I made these cuffs for his jacket. I think it looks great. And then we have this vest is from Fantastic Beasts. The suitcase set. I love that set. But I didn't love that figure enough to keep it together. And then the navy blue bow tie, of course, is from the Lego Batman movie. And these are Hermione Granger legs. So this is, overall, I think this is one of my favorite figures I've ever made. I just love the look of it. It looks like a combination of Arkham and Arkham City, and very just comic book accurate. So yeah, that is Jervis Tetch. And now, this is my favorite figure of the bunch. The Ventriloquist and Scarface. This took me forever. This is a figure I wanted to make for years. I made different versions of this character over the years. They all weren't great until this one. So let's just start with Wesker. Yeah, shit. Let me just get a... Never mind. So Wesker is just one of these Harry Potter tuxedo. This is the tux, I think. Yeah, I believe... I don't remember which character in Harry Potter wore this, but this is part of the gala set. And then the arms are from Penguin, from Lego Batman movie. And the head... And the collar is obviously Alfred from the Lego Batman movie. And the head is a Harry Potter head, which I painted the lenses this light blue color to make it reminiscent of the animated series. And I gave him gray eyebrows and painted those on. I tried to remove the scar. The scar is really hard to remove. I don't know why. It's just very irritating. I tried using an eraser. Nothing really would work. If anyone has any other suggestions, please write it in the comments below. So that is Ventriloquist. It's a pretty basic figure, but I still love it. And now Scarface. So I'm going to remove... Well, the hat's already gone. So this is Scarface. Without his hat. The hat kind of just covers everything. It's kind of a pain. So I glue gunned a pistol to the side of his body, so that he had like kind of... You couldn't really put a Tommy gun there, but I just wanted the closest thing to it, so I just used that. And then I cut a Harry Potter wand in like 4 pieces, and I used the end of it and made a cigar for Scarface. And then I had... Do you guys... If you remember, Lego used to sell games. They used to sell these really weird game sets. And this one's from the Ninja... And this is where the little figure is from. It's from a Ninjago game set. It was just a skeleton. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use a Sharpie, make him a suit, give him a tie. And I think it looks great. I really do think it looks great. And then, once again, I used a wire cutter to make the scar on the side of his face. Because he's Scarface. And then this was the most difficult part of the figure. Everything else, other than the scar, was a pain in the ass. But everything else was hard. But this... So what I had to do is I had to cut a hand off the peg of the hand. And then I need to glue gun it to the back of the doll, of the Lego doll. And this was the biggest pain in the ass ever. It just kept falling over, and it was really annoying. But I think in the end of the day, it was a success. I think it looks good, you know, and I really just love the way this turned out. I think this is just amazing to me that I even got this done. So that's the 3 of them. Hold on. Put this... Yeah, perfect. Now let's just get them all back together. Also, the one issue with Ventriloquist is that he needs a lot of back support. But yeah. So, these are the 3 figures. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Please like if you really love if you like these figures. And yeah, so thank you. You have a good one.